Tapped in, tuned in, turned all the way on. This ain't just a vibe, it's a freak scene bomb. Ms.Blue in the building, oracle flow, cracking codes of the cosmos. Now you already know. Yeah. Ride the wave, feel the light. It's frequency love tonight. Ms.Blue gon' take you higher, burning truth with sacred fire. This is soul talk, rebirth from the womb. Say it with me, I can alter my course at any time. Tap in, turn on. Your higher self already logged in. You really want it, you gotta be it.
Peace and greetings.
As Ms.Blue has shared with the world.
Hi, Soul family. It's all about frequency.
If you feel it, show
What did it do?
If you want it, grow it.
What happened?
If you believe it, know it. It's all about frequency. If you dream it, live it. Live it. If you receive it, give it. Nothing's missing. I'm it. It's all about frequency. In the past, I thought I lost it, but the truth was always near. Every scar became a teacher. Every fall just brought me here. Now I'm rising with the healing. Every light inside of me, not becoming what I'm chasing. I am the frequency. You feel it, show it. Show it. If you want it, grow it. Grow it. If you believe it, know it. All about frequency. Ask the question, how is this possible? The answer subtle, synchronicities audible. Keys unlocking, belief expanding. Frame by frame, new life commanding. No chase, no match, I embody the key. The light I own unlocks destiny. Raise my vibration, reality shifts. Every dream I desire already exists. Nothing's coming to me, no, already here. When I raise my vibration, the vision is clear. Vision is clear. If you want it, grow it. If you believe it, know it. Believe it. It's all about frequency. If you dream it, live it. Give it. If you receive it, give it. Nothing's missing. I'm it. It's all about frequency.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Peace and greetings. Peace and greetings, you guys. How are you all feeling? How are you all doing? I greet you with higher insight, I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and just want to welcome you on into the live stream tonight. So glad you guys are joining me here. Matter of fact, as we dive in, oh my goodness, can you believe it's already November the 23rd? The 23rd of November already. Like, it just seems like, and you all let me know, like this year flew by, but then it was long at the same time. Like there was times during the year that flew by. And then there was other times during the year that it just seemed like time stood still. Stood still. Yeah. Wow. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. How are you all feeling? How are you all feeling? Please let me know where you're tuning in from, what state, what country, what continent, where you're tuning in from, what part of the world you're checking in from, and welcome on in. How has your weekend been? And are you feeling these signs and symbols of this energy that's coming in? You know, there's been a powerful activation that has happened already. We're in the midst of it again. So much is changing. So much is happening. So much is going on at this particular time. As well as, I want to give a big shout out, Barbados in the building. Good to see you, Brother Reginald. Good to see you. Welcome on in. San Francisco's in the house. Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, you're feeling exhausted. Omaha, Nebraska in the building. Welcome on in. Columbus, Ohio is here. North Carolina is representing. Welcome on in. South Carolina is in the building. Have you guys been getting some of this rain? You know, it's a lot. You know, the seasons are changing, or they have changed, I should say. I don't even think we have seasons like we once did back in the day. Philly is in the house. Before I say something about the Philadelphia Eagles, let me take a sip. Because my goodness, Philly, my goodness, I'm gonna leave them be. But I just want to say, obviously, they are feeling this energy as well, too, because offense is tired. The offense is tired. And whoever that offensive coordinator is, listen, Philadelphia Eagles, call your girl. All right. I have a love for Philadelphia as well. Call your girl. I know what's going on. I can get y'all on point. We could take this one all the way this year. I can get you on point because we just need a new offensive coordinator. Okay, period. I think that's going to be at the root of a lot of things that's happening, that's going on there. It is some mixed communication happening on the field there. Anyway, I digress. Welcome on in. We got New York in the building. New York is in the house, my birth city. Let me claim that. We got Virginia Beach, VA in the building. And we have Pittsburgh in the house. Shouts out to Pittsburgh. You've been resting all day. Listen, I wish I could say I've been resting all day, but I've been kind of at it. Since this weekend, a lot of things to get done. We're going to talk about that tonight. I'm excited because let me tell you what dropped in my consciousness. I'm ready to have a little bit of fun. I don't know about you all. I want to have a little bit of fun. I want to have some fun. I have fun every day, but I want to have some fun for us to have some fun. Welcome on in the dancing priestess trend in the building representing Maryland. And welcome on in. Getting clarity on what I truly want. Absolutely, we got to get that clarity because it's changing. You know, that's that song. What's the Broadway play? Look at me. I am changing. You know how she gets into that whole mode of changing. It's Sagittarius season. And by the way, shouts out to all the Sages in the building. Where my Sages at? Happy born day to Sagittarius and all the Sagittarians in the building. Yeah. Happy born day to all the Sagittarius in the building, because Sagittarius, one thing about that energy with Sagittarius, it's going to bring some things to light. It's going to ask you, who do you love? The song, Are You Sure? Yeah. What are you doing it for? What is your aim? This is the archer, the bow and arrow. Sometimes people even, mix, this is what I was thinking. Sagittarius has the bow and arrow. You would think, because a lot of love is in the air. Think about the show we just did, Love, Power, Money. That this would be when Valentine's Day is, or what we idolize Valentine's Day for during Sagittarius season. Just a thought there. Just a thought. The D&B is in the building. Welcome on in. Priestess Nadra is here representing Boston. Boston. Ain't that how they say it when they say from Boston? When I have relatives and things and they speak from Boston, they have that accent there. Funny fact, your accents is determined by your altitude and the elements that are dominant around you. Things that make you go, Yeah, so welcome on in. We have Madison, Alabama in the building, and we have Toronto, Canada in the building. Welcome on in, Toronto, Canada. Good to have you in the building, True Alchemist, and Greenville, which I know where that is. South Carolina in the building. Welcome on in. More of Maryland checking in. We have the MVP checking in from Indianapolis, Indiana. Isn't that where Michael Jackson said we're going back to Indiana? A lot is going on in Indiana, believe it or not. Quiet as it's kept. In the future, that may be the new Motor City for the U.S. Don't say you didn't hear it here first. Welcome on in. You got some rain? Okay. We got rain in our wettest month here. Oh, you got a lot of rain. Journey is in the building. Welcome on in, Journey. Lola Falana. Is that the Lola? The Lola. Maryland. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Here in Barbados. Yeah, my Eagles. I'm glad I was working and I didn't get a chance to watch the game because I would have been shook. Me and Jalen would have had to have some telepathic conversations there. But really, me and Saquon been talking, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. Whole nother story going on. Oh, wow. Unique Lady says, I often see the numbers 111 and 111 and 101. Wow, appearing. And my blood born on January the 1st. Hey, I love that. I am 70 years young. I love that. And I publish my first What Does All of This Mean? And I live in the DA. Well, first of all, let me say this to you. Congratulations on being 70 years young. Y'all better give it up. Give it up. 70 years young, and you look amazing. And the number frequency that you're tuning into, the 1111 and the 111, or 1111 and 11 and a 1 and the 1 and the 10, and being born on January, which is a 1 on the 1st, shows that you, Unique Lady, is tapped into the binary code. Right? This is the mechanics of the cosmos. This is one of your spiritual gifts, that you can read the energy of the cosmos. And you just published, I guess it's a book. What does all of this mean? That sounds amazing. I hope that you would be sharing that with the world and share it with us, because that just, that I know is some good stuff in there. And congratulations on that. Welcome on in to everyone. Peace. This is West Phoenix in the building. Oh, you're checking in. Born Energy. I like that. Born Energy. 4447. Welcome on in the building with love and light. I love it. Lions all the way, Ms.Blue. Now, Jennifer, me and you, we not seeing eye to eye. We not seeing eye to eye when you start talking about a lion, especially not your lion. Do you mean lions as in Detroit Lions? Okay. I'll respect it. But we do know eagles fly high. And don't worry, we're going to get them flying high again. We're going to get them flying high again. Welcome on in. Oh my goodness. Welcome on in from Trinidad. Welcome on in. Blessings and love. Tuning in from, is that Petite or Petty? Petty Valley in Trinidad. Wow. Welcome on in, Trinidad. Good to have you here. We have Minnesota in the building. Did you get some snow out there in Minnesota? Did you get some snow? That sounds like a really, every time I think about Minnesota, I think about moose knuckles. I think about Uggs. I think about scarves. And I think about snow. And I think about being cold. Let me know. And Unique Lady says, you published your first book on 11/11/2025. That is so beautiful. Please share the information with me. I would love to check it out. And I'm sure the Soul family would as well. So you guys got to comment. Get in the comment section, especially after the show. Of course, I'm not here for the spam, but when you're a part of the Soul family and you want to share something, shoot me an email, questionforblue@gmail.com. I'd love to love on you guys, and congratulations to you as well. Yeah, congratulations to you. Haven't been following sports much. But go Steelers. Listen, if you haven't been following sports, don't come up in here with no Steelers. Just keep that same energy. You in Pittsburgh, you going for Pittsburgh, but you can go for Philadelphia too. Ain't nothing going to hurt you. Nothing is going to hurt you. Nothing at all. Do I go to this kicking concert? What kicking concert? You got to tell us about that. I think y'all are a little behind. Dream Girls. That's the song I was trying to sing earlier. Oh, y'all are way behind. Hey, Lola Falana. There's Lola. Good to see you, Lola Falana. Welcome on in. And again, happy born day to all the Sagittarius in the building. Some interesting times for Sagittarius. Souls in the building. Welcome on in, representing Hollywood, Florida. Welcome in. And today is your daughter's birthday, your daughter's born day and your birthday. So happy born day and birthday to you and your daughter, TMC Dougal. Good to see you. Lola, your mother's birthday is on 12/19. Happy born day, ashe, and blessings to the ancestors and the family. Young Season 215, I got a Sag moon. You've been feeling them vibes real heavy then. I know you have. Osiris 11/28. Wow. That's your born day, 11/28. So your born day is coming up here. Happy born day, Osiris. Good to see you in the building. And oh my goodness, happy born day to the goddess Rainwater. So good to see you, sis. Good to see you in the building. And good to have you here. Good to have you here as well. Let's see. Yeah, Boston. Boston. That's how you say it, Priestess Nadra. Yeah, Boston. Your sun is in Sag. Priestess Trend. Oh, you guys have been feeling the feels of this energy here in a very big way. So welcome on in. Jennifer representing Farmington Hills, Michigan. And we have Mary May. I almost said Mary Ann, but Mary May representing Detroit, Michigan. Welcome on in. Trinidad in the building. Welcome on in. Trinidad in the building. Welcome in. We got Brittany Vibes checking in from Virginia in the USA. Welcome on in. Is that Kim Spool? I think I'm saying it right. Representing New Orleans, Louisiana. Welcome on in. Chosen Girl in the building. Welcome on in, Chosen Girl. Good to see you checking in from Maryland. Y'all are kind of behind. So I'm going to get this. All right, let's see. You said hold up, only one Motor City. Well, you know, Detroit ain't been the Motor City for a minute. We talking about New World action. New World action. I'm not trying to take it from Detroit. I'm just telling you a possible pathway that we can take. Just a possible one, okay? Young Season. Young Season 2 representing New York. Welcome on in. Hello from North Carolina. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Welcome on in, D. Hicks. What up? Welcome on in. You have a question? Well, I'm glad you have a question. Who walks in the building and has a question? So you have a question. Let's see if we can get you some answers. Oh, wow. Thank you for this confirmation, Lola. Lola says, oh, Ms.Blue, investors are renovating Gary, Indiana as you speak. I'm telling you, I seen this in a vision. It's going to be a mecca center for the new motor of the U.S. Watch what I tell you. If not the one, it's going to be a major one. It's going to be a major one coming through. Thank you for that, Lola Falana, for that confirmation. All right. You're representing Queens, New York. Welcome on in. That's, what do we call it? I got a name for it. I'll come back to it. Yeah, I know it's cold in Minnesota. I'm sure it's very cold. Very cold. I am True Spirit 99. I absolutely love your name. And I can't see this really big, but is that a new suit you got on there? Representing the ATL? That looks like a new suit. That's a new suit. All right, we got BK Trainer in the building. The Eagles still looking strong. Yeah, they looking strong, but we going to need them to perform strong. It's that offensive coordinator. I'm calling him out. And I don't even know that much about sports, but intuitively, that's where we got to go in and make a little changes. With that offensive coordinator, we got to make some changes there. We got to switch it up. People been watching the tape. You know how people watch your tape so much? They try to calculate your moves. If you feel me, you feel me. You know what I'm talking about. Right. You know what I'm talking about. It's 333 for me lately. Love the energy. Absolutely. Lola Falana said, my friend purchased property in Gary, Indiana, new casinos and everything is going to happen there. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be a big motor city going on there. You've been seeing 222. Y'all are all into the numbers. I love that for us here. I absolutely love that for us. Yeah, I see. I see some of y'all are just saying congratulations on the 70s. I must be way behind. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thank you. Thank you again for sharing that. Yes. Unique Lady G55. You better believe it. Published her first book, Journey to the Inner Divine, on 11/11/2025. I love that for you. Brooklyn in the house, my birth city. Welcome on in. Let's see. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, Kat, welcome on in. Yeah, this has been a very busy period. It has. Let's see. Lily, Louisiana. What does 3 planets in Scorpio mean? Sun, Moon, Mercury, 11/18/68. You got a lot going on. You got your Sun, you got your Moon, you got your Mercury. You got a lot going on. A lot going on. Claire, we're going to talk about some things here in just a moment. How when you know your power to manifest, but yet you're not seeing what you know you're able to achieve. Don't worry. We're going to touch on some of these, or I'm going to give you some answers. Tonight, we're going to be talking about some things here. You got a good question. Love that. Absolutely. And we got the goddess Rainwater representing Fort Greene, Brooklyn. Brooklyn. I miss Brooklyn. I miss Brooklyn. I do. It's time to visit. It's time to skip through the streets. It is. Congratulations to you. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Eagles fly high. Keep an African-American quarterback as well for years. Absolutely. We're going to shout the Eagles out for that. Because going back to the Donovan McMahon days to what's Sexy Chocolate name? What's his name? What was his name? The quarterback, Sexy Chocolate. What was his name? Michael Vick. Look, and the list goes on, right? And the list goes. The Eagles keep a brother as the quarterback. Yeah. They do. All right. I think we're ready. Happy Born Day. And if you guys didn't hear me, happy Born Day to all of the Sagittarius in the building and everyone celebrating a born day during the month of November into the month of December as well. My youngest grandson, Osiris, is an 11/11. What a powerful name. Wow. Like, how conscious are we that we can name babies these powerful names? I love it. That's right. Same as Brother Bobby Hemmett, 11/28. That's right. Much love to Brother Bobby Hemmett. Shouts out to him. Vancouver is in the building. You know, what's that? British Columbia? Vancouver? Let's make sure we get it right. Let's make sure you get it right, Blue. Welcome on in. How many people in the building? Whoa, we got people in the building. All right. We got York, PA. Welcome in from York, PA. Love it. Hi, Ms.Blue. It's Chris from St. Louis. Welcome on in the building, Chris from St. Louis. Green Lion Entertainment. Like the name itself make you want to just come forward. Green Lion. Not any kind of lion, but a green lion. Love that. Love the sound of that. My baby boy was born on 11/28. A powerful day. 11/28. We got that 111, that energy there, which speaks to a lot of instant manifestation. Yeah. Yeah, the Sages are in the building. Holla from Brooklyn, New York. Welcome on in. You have a question? Yes, we're going to get to questions in just a moment. Welcome on in, TT Moments for Celebration, representing, is that Kenshaw, Georgia in the USA. By the way, I did not tell you guys that I am broadcasting here from Texas in the United States of America. I claim this frequency here so we can kind of shift some shit up, right? Shake some things up around this piece. We're going to stand on it. We're going to claim that frequency here. We're going to claim it. We're going to claim it. Oh, Sheila in the building. Wait a minute. Where am I? There I am. Okay. I got to try to keep up. Saw a lady walking in all black with red lipstick and a man walking with his dog in a backpack. If you know, you know. We're not going to talk about that over here. That's a different place. But yes, all signs, all symbols. Or did I give that here? Listen, getting it mixed up. But yes. Have you ever heard of a soul flame? Yeah, I got thoughts. About it. We'll talk about it. Oh, look at Detroit trying to come for me. Detroit, the one and only Motor City. Okay. Y'all got that. Detroit is the first to do it. But we need other places to do it again. You know that song, Let's Do It Again. Let's do it in the morning. Sweet breeze in the summertime. So we need another Motor City. Because right now, I don't know how many motors are moving in Detroit. You know, I thought Detroit was on that new. I'm just asking. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you guys what I see coming, what I seen in a vision. It's a possibility. All right. Yeah, I couldn't think of the other sexy chocolate. That's him, Michael Vick. Shouts out to Michael Vick. Shouts out to Donovan McNabb. And shouts out to Jalen, baby. Shouts out to Jalen Hurts. Don't make him hurt. We got to win. Shouts out to him. Whew. Okay. I think we are ready to get into it. I am just enjoying everyone in the building. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves here. Let's get those likes up so we can definitely send a message out and let the Soul family know that we are live. So tonight, I wanted us to have a little bit of fun. You know, the energy has been pretty heavy lately. I don't know if it has been for you, but it's been a little heavy. It's been a little heavy for me. And so I really wanted to come on for us to get together as we always do, because we have a great time every time we get together, but I wanted us to have a little bit of fun. Is my volume good? Hopefully I'm not coming in a little low, but I wanted us to have a little bit of fun. And so good morning, good night, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're checking in from the world. But what we're going to be doing at this particular time is it's going to be ask me one weird question, but make it spiritual. So that means that it's not a personal question related just to you. This is something that's meant for us to have a little bit of fun, to explore a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm not talking about, not wild. We're not going to get wild here tonight, and we're not going to get chaotic because we don't do chaos. We're not fitting to do that. Not that kind of chaos anyway. Just those questions, you know, that's kind of been churning in your soul just a little bit when the world gets a little quiet. And the things that kind of make you what I like to call push thoughts. When you get that push thought, you know, that push thought that comes and you just kind of be like, whoa, what was that? Or I wonder if this, I wonder about that. And, you know, just these questions. And we can begin to start exploring that. So I want you all to just kind of breathe with me. That's it. And just come in close. Just come in close and let yourself arrive. Let yourself arrive in this space. Let yourself arrive in this space. Yeah. Oh, you're in the Fort Bliss area. I know where that area is. Yeah. But before we jump in, just before we jump in, you can start the questions now, but just hold your questions. Hold your questions right now. But, before we jump in, we're going to do a little soul housekeeping. Okay? So we're going to do a little bit of soul housekeeping here. We're going to do that. No, that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that. But we are. Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of this. So we're going to do a little bit of that. We're going to do a little bit of soul housekeeping. So your questions tonight should be spirit-led, okay? Not rogue. We're not going rogue here tonight. We're not doing that. I want you to ask me something mystical, something intuitive, something dreamlike, something symbolic, something energetic. Yeah. Anything your higher self would sort of kind of nod at a little bit. Those kinds of questions, you know? Those kinds of questions. Those are the questions that we're going to tap into. So know that if this is not something you would take into your soul, it's not for tonight. Okay, not for tonight. So we're gonna check in with that. But I want to talk a little bit about this before we get started. And I promise we're going to get started because I see some great questions going on in the chat. I want you all to know, first of all, not that anybody cares. I have my cup here. It says, look up and get lost. Little bit of liquid magic in here and a little bit of some good H2O. And it's highly charged up. It's highly charged up, okay? Highly charged. But this week, it's all about alignment. But this alignment that's happening this week really is through curiosity. So this is one of those weeks for you to get curious. To get curious. Really, really get. I'm curious. To get curious. Okay? Remember, these are not personal questions for you. I want you guys to think about it. We're thinking about the collective here tonight. We're thinking about the collective here. So think about that. So this is a week that's all about alignment through curiosity for you to stay open. You understand? So every strange thought, and some of you are having some of these strange thoughts coming in right now. I want you to understand that this is a message. So you want to kind of jot them down, not follow or chase, but just jot these thoughts down. And every body signal. This is the week to listen to your body. If you're old enough to remember the song Body Talks, and if you have the Know Your Magic Oracle Psychic deck, you know Body Talks is a card in there. But I want you to know that every body and all of your body is going to be speaking to you this week is a signal. This is a doorway, a possible doorway for you to be able to either open that door for some of you or close the door. As Teddy Pendergrass would say, turn off the lights. Because some doors, some signals you're going to get is for you to close the door and turn off the lights. Others, it's going to be open the door and walk through. Every dream that you get, I want you to understand is that it's a breadcrumb leading you, guiding you. So your dreams are going to be speaking to your awakened life, to what's happening. These are little breadcrumbs for you. And so right now in this moment, your curiosity is your compass. All right. Whatever rises is ready to be seen. Whatever rises up in you, it's ready to be seen. And so before we start the questions, I'm going to drop something. I want to share something with you guys. Many of you may already know this. Some of you do know this, but I dropped something powerful today. And if you follow me on social, you follow me on IG, then you know that I did drop something pretty powerful today. The AstroWave 2026 activation. It is now live on the digital download site. And when I tell you, this has been a labor of love, pure love. And I would say, I truly think to date, and this may be me stepping out there a little bit, but I honestly feel that this is one of my most powerful, because they're all powerful, but I think I did my big one on this activation. There's the link right there if you're interested in checking it out. I want to talk a little bit about this, but I'm not going to be going into it too much. But you're actually getting 2 activations. And this activation is for 2026. And as you know, we've been in this energy of 2026, but it's really going to help you really merge that energy, because right now, 2026 energy is alive, thriving, and well within your physical being. And it's calling you to come forth. It's calling you to step in. It's calling you to step in. This is all about hierographic frequencies and recalibration. It is a 2-part. And if anyone, because I started doing these astro waves back in 2021 or 2022, I'm not sure. 2021, 2022. And I've been doing them every single year. Matter of fact, the one I did in 2022 lasted all the way up until 2025. And so Spirit said, let that sit, because that energy, we are still riding the cosmic wave and still there. But this is a 2-part cosmic frequency experience. And I'm calling it that for a reason. It's an activation, but not any kind of activation. It's a galactic activation that you're going to go through. The instructions of what you're going to, because you will have everything at your command. This is not a live class. This is not the Galactic E-Files that we normally do once a month. This is something that you will have. It is a transforming experience and multi-dimensional experience. It's not a course. It's not a meditation. It is for you to dive in. It really is going to help you unlock the galactic code of 2026 within you, this astro wave. Okay. So you'll get a chance to go in and you're going to be listening to it. What will follow will be your realization. And you'll be able to come back and let me know. So definitely, we will use the comments section or the review section for you guys to come back. We'll use that as a living oracle files. That is our Akashic records of our work. And the code is the 555 method that's going to be in there. And so I definitely want you all to do that. And the instructions are there of how to utilize it, but you can definitely work with it how you see fit. But you know, you're going to get a chance to go into the Akashic chamber of light, of golden light. And you are going to be working with these astro waves in a very, very, very powerful way. I want to say thank you to everyone who already made their purchase and have downloaded. You will be able to tap in also to the Galactic Akashic Glow, Gold Glow. And you'll have one that you'll do weekly, one that you can do throughout the days of the week, and one that you do once a week. Great transformation. Great things to assist you, no matter where you are, whether you've been doing this work for a very long time or you just embarked on this journey, because this is going to meet you where you truly are at a soul level, okay? Like in a profound way. And so I'm excited for everyone who will be doing this journey. It may be some more goodies that I add along the way, but I'm very, very honored to be able to bring this gift at this time. I didn't think this project would get done that soon as it did. And then so once I received some of the files last night, I was in the Kundalini lab working, putting the final touches on there. Don't forget to download the activation art that is there, because you can keep that with you and work with that energy. And then what will happen is you'll receive a separate email, and that separate email is going to tell you how to access and download your AstroWave files, right? So nothing is physically going to be mailed to you. You will be able to download the AstroWave files. And I just want to tell you, yeah, it is good. It's really, really good, you guys. It's really good. And I'm honestly saying, and I want to say thank you to those of you who are purchasing right now. I'm proud of all the work I've done. But I think here I can feel the difference. I can see where I've evolved. You know how you do stuff and you're doing certain things, and then it comes to a point where you can see your growth. And sometimes we're the last to be able to see it, to be able to recognize it within ourselves. But I'm truly blessed. I feel so blessed to have listened to this call and taken action. And so I want to invite you guys, like I said, if you feel called, definitely hit the link. The link is in the show notes as well, too, in the description here. And you'll be able to get it. It's digital magic, and you'll be able to find it there. So that's with everyone. So now, all right, we getting ready to get into the questions, and I'm so excited for this. I want you guys to make them soulful, make them mystical, and make it you. We're going to get into that. And then we'll have some other things that I'm going to share with you, but it's not, how can I say? I'll come back to the other stuff. The other stuff is amazing. It's amazing. It's fun stuff, but it is what it is. So here we go. What I want you to do is to put the letter Q and a question. There's the link again for anybody who wanted. How long would it be available until it sells out? Until it sells out, it'll be available. I definitely want to keep it available for, well, I digress, because I'm going to keep it open till 2026, into 2026. Right now, I don't have a close date on it. And I want to keep that available because it is the energy for 2026. And it is to help you move into 2026. Listen, tap in. Okay, I'm ready for your questions. I am ready for your questions. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to have some fun. Did we play our music? We played our music already, right? Yeah. Okay, that's just the guides letting me know we played our music already. So let me see if I can get the questions here. Did I do the wrong thing? Okay. All right, so we're gonna get some we're gonna get some questions. I make sure you put question and then put the semicolons, because that's going to be it. Remember, we're not asking personal questions. Try not to make it personal. It can be personal, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, we're not doing astrology tonight. We're We're not doing that. So I'm not going to pull up your chart or anything like that. But if it's something that happened to you and you had that experience and you want to talk about that experience, then yeah, let us do that. Let us do that. So I'm going to start the question over again. And I want to make sure you guys know, because I need to go all the way down to the bottom. Will it let me? Whew. Lot of questions here. And okay, you wrote down the order of the questions. Oh, thank you, Lola. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get to the first question. Let's get to the first question. Let's see. So put your questions in chat, and Lola Falana is going. Jennifer Bliss is first. Okay, Jennifer, put your question in the room, please, Jennifer. And then we can get to the question. Let me try to see if I can pull up your question for Jennifer. Let's see. No, Jennifer is not coming up. So somehow her question is not formatted or it's not coming up correctly. So it could be on my end. Jennifer, do me a favor. Please put your question back in chat. And so I'm going to wait a minute and see. Okay, it's supposed to be a Q. Jennifer wrote the whole word out. Bless her heart. Jennifer said, dreams have been interesting. How do we intentionally meet people in the dream state? Oh, you want to do a little bit of astro love, a little astro play. So here's how that can happen. If you want to meet with someone in the astro realm, then you set the intention before you go to sleep at night to connect with that person. If you know where that person lives, you can, set the intention to meet them. But remember, it's up to them to meet with you. It's not you just want to meet somebody and you just go astro traveling, but you can get into the astro realm. Here's something that I would recommend before you go to sleep. And this works. It works in a couple of different ways. If you have a little bit of coffee, take a little bit of coffee and put it in a little bag and smell a little bit of that coffee. What the coffee is going to do, it's going to help you to relax, number one. It is what calls spirits in, like our ancestors, loved ones from the other side. It's an easier way for you to get to sort of bypass your unconscious and move into your higher self. And then make sure you do a nighttime ritual before you go to sleep. And that nighttime ritual you're going to do before you go to sleep is, you may want to take a bath. You want to just relax, not focus too much on who you're going to meet or how you're going to meet, but that you're open for your spirit to travel in the astro realm and you want to be awake. You want a lucid dream. You want to have a lucid dream. So you're going to be lucid dreaming because you want to be awake, although you don't have to be awake. And then as you're falling off to sleep, if this is someone that you're meeting that you love and you have a connection with, and you want to meet with this person in the astro realm, I would tell you to take a rose quartz crystal with you. And you can take a small rose quartz crystal. Do I have one around here? I don't. But a pebble-sized rose quartz crystal, and you want to put it in your belly button. And you want to go to sleep with that in your belly button. What the rose quartz crystal is going to do, because crystals work through a process called entrainment. And so the rose quartz crystal is going to help your energy relax. And it's going to take all of your vibration and turn it into the purest form of love. You're going to get in that state of love. And as you begin to fall asleep, it's going to allow you to relax enough so you can drift off. And then, stay open, stay curious about it, not upset. If it doesn't happen the first night or the second night or the third night, just know that it will happen. But here's what I will tell you, Jennifer. When you're falling asleep, and first thing when you wake up in the morning, before your feet touch the ground, before you really open your eyes, I want you to check in with your physical body and see how you feel. And then I want you to get a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to write, not on our phones, because there's a different kind of energetic pull that happens with the unconscious when you begin to write. And I want you to write, even if you say, well, I don't remember nothing. I woke up. You would start and you would say, I woke up and I don't remember my dreams. Remember, spirit moves on written words. So as you begin to write, see what comes up. Document how you feel. How are you feeling? Because how you feel, do you feel excited? Do you feel good? Do you feel these things? Because sometimes we can awaken from a slumber state, not have the memory of what took place in the astral realm, but later on throughout the day, we start to have push thoughts and they start to come in. I want you to get curious when those push thoughts come in. Curious, like, wow, maybe I did. Maybe I did meet them in the astral realm because I'm feeling this. Yeah. Great question. Great question. I had a little. Be careful. Be careful out there in that astral realm. No, I'm teasing. You don't have anything you have to be careful of. You're perfectly fine, but yeah, have a lot of fun. Let's see what the next question is. Thank you for that question, Jennifer. Thank you. Lola Falana, what is the next question, please? Let's go ahead and hit the like button. We got more than 70 people in the building. We want to hit that like button and we want to share with everyone. Yeah, we want to hit that like button. Yeah, we want to hit that like button. We're going to hit that like button. Davina is next. Okay, Davina, can you let me know? And you guys, when you know you got a question, I want you to write that question down so you can get it ready, so we can get ready to get to the question next. Yeah. And then Green Lion Entertainment is after Davina. So we're going to wait for Davina's question, and then we're going to go to Green Lion Entertainment. All right. So don't keep writing your question. If you have your question and you wrote it, you got it. You got it. Lola's going to get you. You like the dream realm disclaimer? Yeah, we are. No, there's nothing that can hurt you out there. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, absolutely, Jennifer. Use the pen to access the pin. Yes, or the code. Yes, the code. And just relax and have fun with it, so you can relax. A lot of powerful things happen. Would you please speak on the Octorians? It's kind of an open-ended question. The Octorians are sentient beings just like all other beings that are out there. The beings that are out there. Right now, we're in the time where our galactic family members are checking in on us. And for those of us who have the awareness to be connected with them, we are checking in with them and they are checking in with us. Many of you who attended Andromeda Rising, you got a chance to connect with your celestial family. And so the Octorians and, there's hundreds of different groups of beings that exist outside of our galaxy. And these Octorians right now are coming in and really sort of helping those on the planet, especially those of that. You said, I feel that they visit me most and I'd like more insight. Well, this is what I want you to do, because you have this connection with them, and this is the group that is visiting you the most. I want you to begin to communicate with them to see, because they are really concerned when it comes to the Octorians. They are really concerned with us and our personal quest in our lives. That's what they're most concerned with. They're most concerned with us and our personal quest. One of the things that will draw you into the energy of the Octorians is going to be blue light, because there are certain places on the planet that's being hit with surges of blue light. When you see that blue light that is coming in, the Palladians use it, the Syrians use that. It's a lot of them that are connected to what I like to call the blue star, that blue star light. They are here to really help us see what is hidden, so we can activate these gifts that are inside of us, really working on your multisensory abilities. So a lot of times when the Arcturians come around, then you know that what is there, particularly for the star seeds that are connected with them and their constellation. And they're going to be coming, well, let me not say that, but definitely, no. I'm on another thing. So don't worry about that. But they are definitely coming to get you out of fear. And that's what a lot of these beings are doing. They're really coming to help you move and shift and elevate and expand your consciousness. You understand? And to awaken to not your mind's truth, but to your soul's truth. It's to your soul truth. And that's what they are, Interesting thing about them, and I'm just kind of tuning into their frequency right now. They're really coming almost 36 million light years away. They are excellent communicators. So usually when the Arcturians come around, they're here to help you with your form of communication, how you're communicating, and a lot of them, especially those who are connected with this energy on Earth, they are visionaries. So most visionaries will be connected with the Arcturian, star seeds. A lot of telepathic communication. So you might be walking down the street and you could literally read the thoughts or hear the thoughts of others that are speaking. These are some of the gifts that the Arcturians really help us. It's when you're about to step into your next level of yourself or the new future of where you're at. This is where this energy is going to be coming in. But it's a lot about telepathic energy, a lot of sacred geometry. Watch your vision. Watch and see if auras and energy, you start seeing energy and auras around, and see if you can translate that energy, because that is the point of seeing all of these things. Not to be a number chaser, not to be a sign chaser, but to understand that you are the decoder, that you can translate what that means for you, in your life. Okay? Lastly, I will say this, and I'm pulling on some knowledge right now when it comes to the Arcturians. They are real practical, because they are interested in you living your life here, not out there in the astral realm. They want you to take what you know and what those things are here in this life. That's what they're interested. They're interested in helping humanity and those who are open to be able to be the super beings on the planet now. They don't need you out there with them. They need you here. And so they're offering their assistance to that. They're offering their assistance. And usually they come up when you're trying to step into your purpose and to help you accelerate or elevate in your throat chakra, because they work with communication, creativity, all of that stuff. Yeah, they like that. And they love people who are from different countries and cultures. All of those things. They love diving into those things. Yeah. Yeah. Help you get your spidey senses together. I love it. All right. So who is next? Is it the green lion? Is it green lion that's next? Let's see. Let's see. Please don't spam the chat. We don't want you to do that. If you wrote your question once, that is enough. Thank you. All right. I'm waiting on Lola Falana is telling us who's next, and we're going to go with who's next. Who's next, Lola? Okay, please don't ask that question again, Guy Fox Jr. We got the question. Don't put it in chat again. You're asking the question. Well, so the question is for me. You already asked the chat the question, but I'll put your question up. Green Lion wants to know, how did everyone feel? This question is for you guys. How did everyone feel after the solar storm? You guys, did y'all answer the question for Green Lion? Green. Yeah, but you have to wait your turn. You just don't get to walk in the room, Guy Fox, ask a question, and everybody stop and we answer yours. There's people in front of you. So thank you for respecting the chat. So you guys ask, how did you feel, Green Lion, after the solar storm? Well, here's the thing. I'll express it from me. Solar storms are going on all the time. And as a sensitive being, I feel them all the time. But I don't feel the solar storm as something happening outside of me. I know literally some of my thoughts, actions, and things that I'm doing, releasing, creating, and being is causing the solar storm. And that's how I see it. So it's not happening to me. It's just a meter for the collective. So when we see it outside of ourselves, it's the collective storm. It is a lot of releasal that is happening on the planet. It is the time of the Great Awakening. I remember watching a documentary, and they were talking about all of these different tunnels that they have throughout the world, and all of these observatory specialty labs that they have around the world. And these specialty labs actually measure consciousness on the planet. And so whenever there was heightened events, not just traumatic heightened events, but prior to, they could go back and they can look from all over the world and they can tell where there was a spike in the consciousness on the planet, meaning that people could feel this energy before it ever happened. And so it kind of took me back to that question about which came first, the chicken or the egg? Which came first? Because is it that the people were telling that there was something getting ready to take place in the atmosphere, or did the people cause something to happen in the atmosphere, in the atmosphere, because there's solar storms that is constantly happening inside of our atmosphere all times. And sometimes I will say I can feel it very heavy. Feel it very, very heavy. I can feel it close and I can feel it heavy, right? And other times I know that I'm causing some of these solar storms that is going on. I often tell parents, especially with these origin children and babies that are being born, if your child wakes up and they're cranky or they're feeling kind of sad or down or they're extra excited and you can't figure out what's going on with them, this is the time for you to check and see what's happening around the world, because these sensitive children can feel this energy so intense. They literally can be living in Long Island, New York, and they can actually feel something that is happening on the continent of Africa in Timbuktu. They can literally feel it. And so these solar storms are brewing. They're happening. Some of them are energizing and electrifying, and some of them are just a release of our emotional release. And because 2025 is the year of the Great Awakening, we are having waves of consciousness wake up. In fact, that's the reason I did AstroWave, is because it was a strong wave of consciousness coming into the planet. And when these solar flares happen, or these CMEs, these coronal mass ejections, because we get a lot of these solar flares that are coming from the sun, we get downloads that are coming from the moon and other galactic energy out of the center of our Milky Way galaxy. But we also get them that is actually coming in from planet Earth. Earth has its own storms as well too. The frequency, most of our psychic impressions that we get, they're not actually CMEs. They're not coronal mass ejections. They're not coming from the sun. They are actually coming from Earth. And this is why you will hear throughout spirituality, or anyone who studies anything about the science and the frequency on the planet, you will hear them talk about grounding. But we have begun to use grounding as sort of a tool, just as a tool for when someone seems to be out of balance. And that's not all what grounding is about. Grounding also allows you to amplify the life force energy that you are taking into your physical body. So that's a form of pulling in some of these storms that are coming into your physical body as well. So I love the question, Green Lion Entertainment, and hopefully you will share with us how you're feeling after these solar storms. Because yes, it's some CMEs, it's some coronal mass ejections going on. It's a lot of ejection energy that's happening out here in the cosmos. All right, let's see. Who is next? Alola Falana, whoever is next after Lion Green Entertainment. Welcome on in. I hope you all are enjoying this. I want us to have fun. I hope you all are enjoying this. I know you are. So, yeah. Let's see. Are you next? Mini Moons, are you next? Inner Alchemy is next. Okay, so we're going to wait for Inner Alchemy. And I want to say welcome to everyone on into the live stream. Let's hit that like button. Let's hype this video up as well. That would definitely help to let our soul family know that we are here as well. And let the soul family find us. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to wait for Inner Alchemy's question to come up next. And I want to say thank you to everyone who purchased AstroWave. Yes, give it a little bit. Your emails will be coming. It will give you the details of how to access all of the files that you're getting as well. Nana Brown, write down your question. Okay. All right. So we're still waiting on inner alchemy. If inner alchemy doesn't, show up in a minute, then we're going to move on to the next question. Okay. You had a lot of lucid dreams of people ascending to the astro world. That was nice to see. Oh, okay. Beautiful. 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 Yeah. That's what you had. Yeah. Yeah. This is the time of the year that the mothership does come to drop souls off and pick souls up. It is. It is a powerful time for that to happen. And we go to the astral realm every night or every day. Whenever you go to sleep, you are in the astral realm. So we're always in the astral realm. Everybody. It's not something you can escape. It's how your physical body actually heals itself. So that's a natural state for all of us to be in. So whenever you close your eyes and you lay down, you are in the astral realm. You go to the astral realm so your physical body can rejuvenate, your cells can rejuvenate, and so your astral body goes off. Like I teach classes in the astral realm, and many of you have taken my classes over the year. We have so much fun with class in the astral realm, and we even come back and we even verify. One of my most famous things that we did, which was so funny at the same time because it hadn't been done with this person before. I teach classes in the astral realm all the time, but Dr. Wayne Chandler, brother Wayne Chandler, who wrote Ancient Future, joined us on a live, and I interviewed him and I asked him to teach a class with me in the astral realm, and it was his first time, and we had such an amazing time, and so many people verified because only he and I and one other person verified what we were actually going to teach. And so we revealed it during the next show, and so many people came back and told us what we actually taught in the astro class. So the astral realm is very much alive, right? I got a lot of my training in the astral realm when I first came into this work. And me and Brother Bobby Hemmed and Brother Panic, all three of us, we would meet in the astral realm and do a lot of work together. One of our most iconic things is when we all met up in the astral world and we went to Haiti. And matter of fact, the work that we did there, the next day I started receiving calls from the UN, and the UN wanted to speak to me about some of the things that I was pulling out of the astral realm and where did I get this information. It was quite amazing, but they were trying to track your girl down for a long time to talk to me. About what was happening in the astral realm. So the astral realm is powerful. It is powerful. So when you're in the astral realm and you feel like you're meeting your ancestors or your loved ones, no, it is not a dream. You are fully present. A lot of my training, how I advanced and learned so many skills is when I was in the astral realm. There was times that me, Goddess Rainwater, and some other sisters, we would go in the astral realm and do work. Quiet as it's kept, I do more work in the astral realm than I do in the physical realm. I am working even harder in the astral realm than as much as y'all see me here, I'm working twice as much in the astral realm, And so a lot of my train up came from classes I would take in different languages and Ireland and, different places around the world, China, Japan, and, Russia, Germany, Italy, France, all of these different places in different languages to go in these classes and to see other people in these classes and to come back and get the confirmation. Even when the fairies took me into the fairy kingdom in the astral realm. And I woke up the next day really just thinking, this was the craziest dream. I really wanted this to be a dream. But when I came back, I went outside in my yard because the dream was about we were trying to go capture, we were trying to go free these fairies who had been captured. And when we were in the astro realm, we were flying, but we were flying on cards, like playing cards. And we were also using these cards to, we were to defend ourselves. And it was just so crazy. And I never forget it. It was an ace of diamonds, a ace of diamonds. Those of you who know cardology, you'll feel where I'm going with this. And it was just the wildest dream in the world. And it was a couple of other cards and all of this. And I woke up from my nap very late. I was late picking up my daughter from school. She was calling me and calling me and calling me. And I finally came back. I got up. It was a windy day. And I went outside. And as I was getting into the car, I looked on the ground and there was trash in my yard. So I jumped out really quick. Because some things had a receipt had flew out of my car, and I thought it was something I needed. So I went to go get the receipt. And when I went in my front yard on the ground, I looked and there was an ace of diamonds. There were cards that had blew down the block in my yard. That was my confirmation to the realization that it was real, that it was actually real. You understand? Actually real. So the astral realm is powerful. Nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to be scared of. One time I took the whole soul family and we went to Grand Central Station in New York, and they got a chance to meet their spirit guides. You guys remember that quest that we did? We all went in there and everybody got to meet their spirit guides, and they was all over the place and everybody was so excited. And, this is when we had the phone lines and everybody came back. We'll do more of that if you guys are interested. If you're interested, I know, y'all may not be interested in that. I'm talking about things that I've been doing for over the last 2 decades. But yeah, it just made me think of that because the astral realm that's where I got one of my crystal skulls right before I had a chance to talk to Ashe Baba Dick Gregory. And I was telling him about my crystal skull that I had. I actually have 2 of them. Clock it. But we'll talk about some of those things another time. Let's get on with the questions because y'all don't want me going down memory lane. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Let's see. Here is Mr. MVP. Here is your question. Your question is, I am moving soon, and I have been speaking into the universe that it will bring great people into my life. What do you see happening for me in this next episode? Okay, so here's the thing. Remember, I told you guys, I want you to ask these questions that just can help us all. Well, you're in luck because there's quite a few people here moving, and there's quite a few people here who want to have some great people in their lives. And I see exactly what you are setting out to see. Here is going to be my only spiritual counsel for you, Mr. MVP. You cannot see this coming. You cannot want this to be. You have to know that it is happening now and need to step into that energy right now. Not in the future, not something that's coming. Know that it is here right now. You're in the energy. You're in the energy. Yeah. You're in the energy. Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. Who's the next question? Lola Falana. I'm going to play. Yeah, see, it's so many people who are moving. So many people who are moving at this time. So many people are moving. So very universal question. So for everyone who's moving, I want you to take on the energy that you have moved. You've already moved. You're already in that space. Own it. Get curious. Like I told you at the beginning, get curious. How would it feel being in your new space, your new place right now? You've already moved. You're not moving. You've already moved. You already have that new great close friends that are close by. They're already in your life. How would it feel to be at this time? You have to embody it. Embody that energy at this time. Just embody it. We're living in the time where anything is possible. Anything. Anything is possible. You know how they say, be careful what you wish for? Clock it. Because anything is possible. But the universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you're vibrating at. What frequency are you vibrating? What thoughts are you holding? That's what it's doing, because the universe doesn't judge. It's just reflecting back to you what you're putting out. So be in that alignment. Be grounded in your truth. This is why the faith part is so important. Embody it now. So get curious. You've already moved. You already moved. Start packing up. Start clearing things out. Start getting things ready, because you already have your new place. It's waiting on you, not you waiting on it. Yeah. All right. So we're going to wait for BK Trainer. BK Trainer, do you still have a question? And then Gloria Lewis. Write your questions down. I think that's who's next. In the meantime, while they're getting their questions together, and I'm gonna keep an eye over here. Lola, help me keep an eye. I want to share something else with you guys. I know, right? As if we haven't shared enough goodies here. And Lola is taking the questions in the order as it's received. So yeah. Let's see. Remember what I told you about the questions. Remember I told you guys about the questions. So here we go. This is what I want to share with you guys. I want to share this with you guys. Okay, we're going to take a little break. We're going to take a little breaky break right here, but I'm still waiting on the question that's coming up. We're going to take a little bit of a break. Yeah, we're going to take a little break. So, we are going to take a break, and I'm going to share this because I've shared this before. I just wish we're going to take a quick ritual break moment. And I really, really wish you guys could smell me. Yes, I'm going to talk about it again. I'm going to talk about one of my favorite, absolute favorite scents. One of my favorite scents, and you guys know what it is. Cocoa Sunset. Believe it or not, from Zara. I am so impressed by this fragrance. I want you to imagine. And I'm telling you this because for some of us, you know, it's around that season. People got birthday, born days, celebration days coming up, whatever you want to call it. But I think everyone needs to get their nose on this. Listen, imagine. And I'm going to tell you, I think I love this so much because, you know, I love Godiva chocolate. I love Godiva chocolate. And I've been curving my Godiva chocolate just a little bit over the years. I don't eat it as much as I used to, but I love me some Godiva chocolate. And Cocoa Sunset, imagine, this is milk chocolate. Imagine a piece of Godiva chocolate with some whipped cream and some pure Madagascar vanilla and a passion fruit glow with juicy ripe peaches, and it's all mixed together. Imagine that. This isn't just a scent. I'm telling you, this is a frequency. And I actually made this for you guys because I want you all to see this. And I'm going to tell you something else. And no, I'm not being sponsored by Zara at all. At all. I even made a visual so you guys can see. Listen, if anyone from Zara is listening right now, clock it. Get at your girl, because I know I didn't put so many of you guys. But let me tell you what they came out with. This is actually my second bottle. And I have invested a whole lot of money into fragrances, but I don't invest in fragrances because they cost a lot. It has to really do something for me. The olfactory journey has to take me into a different frequency. And this Cocoa Sunset takes me into a frequency. But look what they came out with. I'm so excited. The body oil. They have the body oil to go with it. You brought my recommendation and it sent you down a rabbit hole. Listen, one day we'll do my whole fragrance connection because I got a lot of them. But I keep reaching for this over a lot. I'm telling you, you got a girl, you got a mother, you got a sister, you got a daughter. Let me tell you. And it's so reasonable. Because I know right now we don't want to be splurging on things we don't need to splurge on. Whoever gave me that thumbs down, I love you too. But I'm telling you, Cocoa Sunset by Zara, they did their big one. And they have the body oil to go with it. I'm just saying. When I can't get at Godiva, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The body oil. The Cocoa Sunset. Just imagine being outside in the sun and having a piece of cacao chocolate with you. Cocoa Sunset. I love it. I love it so much. And I get tons and tons of compliments. Smelling good is one of my love languages. And I absolutely love it. And it's under $40. Under $40. I'm not saying you got to get it, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't share. Because so many people ask me, what are you wearing? Cocoa Sunset. Cocoa Sunset. Yeah. Yeah, I done went through several bottles of them. Oh my God, I just cannot. Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, break is over. I just had to do that for my girlies out there, if you feel me. You know, I'm sorry if you guys didn't want to be a part of that, but I'm just telling you, it is the holiday season. You want to pick this up. Sometimes it's sold out, but Cocoa Sunset, and now they have the body oil. Clock it. It's a beautiful scent. Beautiful scent. Yeah, you're going to get you another bottle. Your next cover is going to be Cocoa Sunset. It needs to be. I mean, I just could imagine if Godiva, if you can hear me out there, Godiva, come out with a fragrance. I will be your poster child. Yes. Godiva, that's what it smells like. It's giving Godiva. It's giving Godiva in a bottle. I love it. Okay. Back to work here. Well, that's a little bit of work because, you know, one of the ways to get to heaven is through the sense of smell. clairsentient. It's one of those ways to tap into that energy of your higher self. And I promise you, oracles have been breathing in aromas of sense to transcend the unconscious and step into a higher state of being and frequencies for years. Don't discount it. Let's go to BK Trainer. If one is approaching the age of 50 spiritually, is that a crossroad year? And how should we approach it spiritually or metaphysically? So I would say every solar return is a crossroads of such, because we have an opportunity to see that we have done a full rotation around the sun. Stepping into this age of 50, there are some things I don't have to tell you that starts to happen within the body when we turn 50. But it is sort of when we crest into the age of the wisdom, right? This is the age of the wisdom. This is particularly ages of where you would think of the wise ones. The wise ones. Not that you have to be 50 to be wise, but this is when wisdom has come to play, both physical wisdom and divine wisdom, meaning you have done 50 rotations around the sun. There is wisdom that comes with that evolution. And then divine wisdom, which is not wisdom that we get through life experiences. They are experience that we get from the Most High God, the universe, or our higher self. It is wisdom that comes from a soul level. This is a year of change. And when you see this year of change, you know that 5 speaks to this. This is your evolution of where you've been. You have hit a cornerstone in your legacy of your life. And so often when people cross this area, they begin to start thinking about the next leg of their life, right? So it is a time of introspection. It's a time of great change. Often during this particular time, people are wanting to change the things in their lives of how they're doing things, to elevate things to yet again to another level. But spiritually, nothing is required because everything you are is spiritual. Metaphysically, if there is something, well, you didn't ask metaphysically. You said spiritually, is there something you should be doing? And so spiritually, the only thing you should be doing is living life to the fullest, unapologetically, and making sure that you are fulfilling the dreams that you want to fulfill while you are deciding to grow up and continuously grow up on planet Earth. You know, it's also the age that I call the age of the sage. You know, the wizard starts to come out. I start to see these things and hear these things as I look at you when I think about 50. You know, this marker here of 50 years. You know, of being on the planet, 50 years of living and growing, you know, on the planet. So congratulations to you at this beautiful time of beginning that you're at. Because now you're getting ready to go into, because, you know, after 50, you know, between this age of 50, this is a lot of creativity energy. This is a lot of, things to do with children, has a lot to do with legacy, has a lot to do with brick and mortars. You know, it has a lot to do with building. It has a lot to do with legacy, and it has a lot to do with the land. When you think about 5, you know, all of these things has to do with what you're building upon at this time. You are becoming the wizard, which means you can utilize the things that are in front of you. You can utilize knowledge that you have come in contact with, but you have access to tap into the 5 corners of the galaxy. And that's going to include all of the elements, the key elements on the planet, and the 5 senses that take us beyond. And I'm talking about the multisensory world. And it's where you begin to bridge the worlds together, the physical and the spiritual, and they become one. You become the living embodiment, the wizard of your world. You know, it reminds me of Mickey Mouse when he was the wizard, and he would have that wand, and anything in the mirror that he would think about the mirrors, what the universe is, it's what the matrix is in the world. When you become the wizard of the matrix, you are simply creating what you want to see in the world, and then it is being created back to you. So, powerful time, BK Trainer. Congratulations. I love it. All right. So let's see who is next. What a great question. I absolutely love it. I had some funny things here for us, but I don't even know if we got to any of those. I don't know. Just saying. Let's see who's next. Can we see who's next? I don't know what that's about. Let's see who is next. I'm going to wait for Lola Falana to see who's next. And I'm going to keep an eye on the time. We are just shy of 200 people in chat. I want to welcome you all in. Don't forget, AstroWave is now available. And so many of you guys are downloading AstroWave right now. And I'm so excited for you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well. Don't forget. 3/21 is your born day, March 21. What a beautiful day. 3/3. Love it. Love it. I know the suspense. I'm trying to see who question is next. Who's next, Lola Falana? And let's give a big shout out to the moderator, Lola Falana, in the building with us tonight, as well as all the moderators, Brother Lance, as well as Brother Dante as well. And sending them all love. Yeah. Yeah, I know we in here heavy tonight. We heavy. Okay. Love MJ 561 is next. And then I am FMR1. Ooh, look at the numbers coming through. And then 13 MAJ 416 is next. Let's see who's next. And again, I want to say thank you to everybody. And thank y'all for letting me I got to do it again. I'm going to do it again. I am. Let me get the question first. I'm looking for the next. Oh gosh. I just can't tell y'all. I love it. Cocoa Sunset. It's a thing, y'all. It's a thing. Okay. All right. So Gloria Lewis said, I was next. Okay. Well, we're your question. Is that your question? Okay, let me get Gloria. All right, Gloria said, Ms.Blue, I started sun gazing. I see patterns that look like swirl and all kinds of patterns that look like codes that link to each other. Has anyone else experienced this? Yeah, I have. I've experienced it. Not sun gazing, though. I don't do a whole lot of sun gazing. But what's happening is you're tapping in to your multisensory abilities. That's what you're tapping into. And that's what you're seeing, sacred geometry. And so you're opening up your higher state of consciousness. And so you're feeling that. What I would say with to you, if that happened while you're sun gazing, then I want you to start seeing what else is coming in, because it should allow you to hear your intuition louder. Remember anything that you experience in the physical is just a byproduct of what's happening on the internal side of you. And so the validation is not what we see outside, even though that makes us feel comfortable, because for a lot of times we want to walk around saying, does this make me crazy? Right? And it doesn't make you crazy, but it makes you very much aware. And so what I want to tell you is start listening to your intuition. Start listening to your intuition. Start seeing if you can hear the intuitive calling that's inside of you, the knowingness that's in you. Call it God, call it your higher self, call it the universe, your ancestors, your guides, whatever you want to call it, because they're all coming from one source. These things that are coming inside of you, it's waking up a state of consciousness. And through that waking up, it's showing you what is taking place, and you're able to see beyond the physical. So your sensory abilities, you're tapping into the multisensory world. So now see if you're listening to your intuition more. If you have a question, is it helping you? See, I am a practical wizard where I am interested in you succeeding in your life here on earth. I don't want you to just have these great experiences and dream and have theories and fantasize and theoret and just kind of put these things outside of yourself where you just experience it and that's it. I want you to bring these things in, and I want to see how can it affect your life, right? Because these things are here for you to elevate your life. If you have health issues, if you have financial problems, if you have relationship problems, if you have other obstacles and challenges that are going on in your life, how can you use this ability, which we call it a gift, but it's not a gift, it's your birthright, how you can bring this down and start applying it to your life. So I want you, Gloria, the next time you start thinking about something going on, like you say, well, how can I organize all this stuff in this house and I don't have enough room? This is a question your guides are giving me. I want you to tap into those symbols, and I want you to visualize you seeing those symbols around it. And I want you to decode, and I want you to hear the answer and find a solution, because that's the purpose of becoming a multisensory being. It's so you can use your gifts here in real time, not just when you're dreaming, not just when you're sun gazing, not just in the astro realm, but can I have that here? And so this is why Earth is one of the most challenging places out of all the galaxies. I mean, there's quite few outside of Earth, but not many. This is one of the lowest and densest. Doesn't mean it's bad, but this is for the very adept to come here. Because can you take your powers, channel them here? Can you be the light bringer here? Can you be the light bringer on the planet? It's already dark. And I don't mean dark as in bad. I mean, it's dark. That's why we are called the light. Can you take light, which is information, right? And bring the light here. This is the work of the alchemist. Transmute that light and create, because you're a creator and you are co-creating with Source. And make it something real here. Can you do it? Can you come out of the darkness, and can you go into the light and stay there. As DJ Khaled say, and stay there. Can you come out of the darkness into the light? That is so funny. So you're unpacking boxes and listening to me tonight. So there you go. So you know your guides are showing up for you. And congratulations, because you are tapping into your multisensory abilities. And so that's what I want you to do. And I guarantee you, you're going to find great solutions. You're going to come out of your mind and you're going to go into your intuition. And you're going to expand your consciousness and you're going to see so many amazing things, quicker ways to do things, easier ways to do things, things that once were obstacles and challenges. You're going to have more solutions, things that you never could have thought of through your mind. It helps to bring you out of your mind into your body. It expands your consciousness and awareness. Because truth be told, we're not on a spiritual journey. We're on a journey of expansion. That's why 3I Atlas or 3 Atlas or whatever you want to call it, 3-1 Atlas, the spaceship is here, because it's forcing us to expand our consciousness and awareness, to know that there are still things you still do not know. Oh, dear human, there's still things you still cannot figure out, which means there's still room to grow. Yeah, it's a spaceship. We all know that. We know that. Okay, Goddess 13 in the Void, I guess is next. There you go, Gloria. I'm so excited for you. Yeah, that's powerful. So yes. Name of the app, AstroWave. No, it's not an app. It's actually, let me put the link in here for you. It's not an app, but there it is. Right there. Okay. All right. Well, beautiful, Gloria. I'm glad you received that. Great. And I'm glad that you receive it. Okay. Love AMJ is next. Let's see. I don't see that person, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Unless I missed their question. I don't see their question again. So, Lola, maybe we can go to the next person. Veda, we're going to get your question. I'm not sure what order we're in because Lola is doing the order. Cosmic Candy. I like the sound of that. I'm not going to hold you. You know, I like that. Third Eye at Last. I like that. 3-Eye Atlas, Third Eye at Last. I love that. Yeah, some people are just now getting ready to get their third eye together. Okay, so Mama is the Source is next. All right, here we go. Let's see the question. My spirit guides came to me in a dream, and I remember him mentioning rebranding, reinventing, and I wasn't sure what's next, but it felt big. Is this something we're all feeling? Well, I will tell you this. Many people may be feeling that, but if your spirit guide, because all of our spirit guides are not the same, spirit guides are the ones connected with you. So see how that resonates with you, because that is your spirit guide coming to you. Because everyone's spirit guides. Remember, even though we're doing this journey as a collective, we're still individuals. This is truly what it means to be sovereign. And we can't forget our uniqueness. You know, this is about raising the veil. You know how you hear when people say the veil is thin? Well, remember, there is a veil that is a collective veil. That's around. And then you have a veil on top of your crown chakra. There's a veil there. The veil that you're interested in making thin and raising the veil is your veil. Like when babies are born and they have that little soft spot in the top of their head. And for some of them, you can literally see into their veil. This is why children, when they're very young, they have a open connection with the multisensory world, with God, the universe, and their higher self. And they can see things. All of their spiritual gifts are there. They can play with their imaginary friends and they can talk to the ancestors. Many of you all did this when you were children. You had a sense of knowing when you seen someone and you knew things that you gravitated towards and those things you didn't gravitate towards. We all had that sense of knowing. We're all born with this. We call it a gift, but it's really not a gift. It's really not a gift. It is something, it's your birthright. And so as we grow up and we get indoctrinated into different systems and things that are happening, that veil closes up. And it's a choice because free will is still the greatest will throughout all galaxies and all of the cosmos, not just here on Earth. It is a choice for you to expand your consciousness. And this is what you want to expand for you. This is the real unity, to access the God spark that lives within you, right? That God spark, that's what makes you unique. So everyone has their own set of spirit guides. We have soul spirit guides, which are spirit guides that are with us lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And then we have specialty spirit guides that come in when we're working on particular projects and we're working on things. And so if your spirit guides came to you and they gave you that question, I want you to go back and ask them if you want to understand what this means. If you are looking in your life, and I remember him mentoring or mentioning, rebranding, and reinventing, and you wasn't sure what was next, ask your spirit guides. Because if you don't know what is next, you want to get clarity. Don't be afraid to ask the question of what is next. Because remember, spirit guides, ancestors, gods and goddesses, angels, none of them are here to control you, to take over your free will, to tell you what to do, to boss you around. None of that. Because all you're doing is tapping into the unconscious within your consciousness. And it's being filtered through these different streams of light. So if you don't understand, ask your guides to explain what is going on. You should not be in confusion with your guides. Question it. Get curious. I wonder what my guides meant by rebranding and recalibrating. I wonder what that meant because I'm looking in my life and none of that makes sense to me. I don't have anything to rebrand. I don't have anything to recalibrate. And if you take sort of that approach, if that's the approach, then what will happen is you will start to get insight. Ask your guides for help. Great question. Mama is the source. Absolutely love it. We are coming into a time where we are becoming sovereign beings. And I want to be that push here for you guys to let you know, don't be afraid to question yourself. Everything is already inside of you. I am just here to remind you of what you already know. And so that's the reason we come together. That's the reason we come together. Not that I won't answer the question for you, but for some of you, I know you know the answer. I'm going to push you just a little bit. Just a little bit. And so I want us to become sophisticated in asking our spiritual expansion questions. Because once you do that, you will own your power even more. And so some of these questions we get, I'm not one of those teachers that want you to just stop. And the reason I'm telling you that is because if you're here and you're listening to me, then what I'm doing, you can do. Not you will learn how to do. Not it's possible for you to do. You can do it. And so sometimes I will answer your question because we all need to be here to support each other and have that. Sometimes we need a confirmation. And honestly, sometimes we have a realization, but we want a confirmation, not out of doubt, but out of so many times of doing the work and moving forward and things are slow to turn. That's called a support system. It's very different. So I don't take this in that kind of way. So sometimes I'm going to bounce the question back to you, and I'm listening to spirit and your guides that help me to do that. And this is why I know so many people who listen to me, they have advanced themselves quickly into their past, their purpose, and their spirituality. Because I'm not a teacher that handicaps you. I know how powerful you are. When I look at you, I am looking at aspects of myself and vice versa. And I also know that you have a uniqueness inside of you that I can't even touch. But I have taken on the role to assist you in igniting your God spark that lives inside of each one of you. Because if you didn't have it, you would not be here. Point blank, period. This is not work for the faint at heart. Some people want to sit places where they get all the answers and no work is required. But I know y'all about that life. And that's why we roll together. Because y'all are really about that life. Y'all are about doing that work. You're about it. And so I love it. Okay, let me get back to the questions. Okay, Tanny is next. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see where the question is. And also, here's the other thing I want to tell you guys, because some of you are new. And if you're new, please let us know. We'd love to love on you here. And you can check out the digital store. And when you check out the digital store, there's lots of tools there. Everything that I've created and crafted over 2 decades, these things that are here, is actually how you tap into your spiritual, multi-dimensional gifts. You're able to harness that, to harness your purpose. It enhances all of your abilities. Help to ground you, expand your consciousness and awareness, fall in love with yourself. All of these things are there. So you can definitely click that link. It's in the show notes as well. And check it out and see what resonates with you. Let's go to the next question. The question. Love AMJ 561. How do I honor my higher self when it shows me something like a home? Why do I have this vision? You have this vision because that's truly what you want. And it's okay to know that you want a home. I remember when I wanted a home. I had visions years before I got a home. I knew what it was going to look like. I knew what it was going to feel like. I knew all of these things. So you can have a vision of a home. And that vision of a home that it's showing you is yours. And so now what I want you to do is I want you to start moving backwards. How did you get there? Start getting curious. Well, how did I get this home? Where is, not where is this home? Let me get to this home. How did I get this home? What were the steps that happened that got this home? And then be open to receive a home. Be open to receive a home and know that wherever your heart is truly home. And so till that home comes into scope for you, you know that every step you take, everything that you're doing, it's getting you closer to your vision of this home that you keep seeing. But if you think about it metaphorically, home is the heart. So can you live in your heart? Because home is where the heart is. Know that you can make it to this home. Sometimes we get many different visions for many different reasons. And I'm not telling you to go chase after a vision, but I am telling you to own your dream, because a vision is one thing, a dream is another. And all vision doesn't come from the higher self. And I'm not saying this is not coming from your higher self, but all vision doesn't come from the higher self. So use your discernment and know that home is where your heart is. And know that that home that you see, oh, you can get that home. Matter of fact, you will have that home. And now it's time for the process. Know that you're open to be blessed with that home. And however God, the universe, decides to send it to you, you are open to receive it, because you don't know. You could literally be walking down the street and somebody could say, here you go. You can have my home. It could happen like that. It could happen. You could be walking by a building and they say, right now we have homes for sale. I can't remember what state it is, but they were telling people all you had to do, if you move to this state, you'll get land and we'll build you a home and all of it'll be free. And the only stipulation is that you have to live here for at least 3 years before you sell it or rent it out. So just do not be so fixed on this vision that you shut it down, that you lock it in. Sometimes we only want things one way, when there is something greater, deep within our higher self that we just have not come into knowledge of, and we just have not come into scope of, we just have not made connection with yet. I could be thinking the greatest thing in the world is Cocoa Sunset, right? It's the greatest thing right now. But imagine if I'm not open to explore anything outside of this. There could be something else greater. We live on a planet where things must keep growing. You're either growing or you're dying. I want you to hold on to your dream. Never give up your dream. But be open to allowing the universe, God, your higher self, to surprise you. Not traumatize you, because your higher self will never do that. But to surprise you. That you're open to receiving this home, however it comes to you. You don't have to put buffers out there, because you're an intelligent being. It's not going to give it to you in a traumatic way. It's going to give it to you through love. So I want you to sit with yourself, because you're asking the question, how do I connect with my guides? You sit with yourself, because your guides are acting on your unconscious and bringing the information to you. And I want you to ask your guides, I want you to give me the vision that I need to hold in this moment with love. And you'll be able to feel it within your soul, within your spirit. When you go to sleep at night, you can begin to ask your guides to show up in your dreams, and they will show up in your dreams. They will show up. So there you go. That's exciting that you have a dream of owning a home, and I know you will. But don't lock yourself in. Don't fix the vision. Live the dream. Allow the vision to grow, evolve, and change. Because it can. It can. All right. All right. Congratulations. Yes, congratulations to everyone who is purchasing AstroWave and Galactic Gold Glow. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to take just a few more questions. We're at the 2-hour mark. We're at the 2-hour mark. Woo. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next, Lola? Okay, that's who's next. Tanya, I don't see the question. Kamberi, and is that Minzy? Listen, y'all gonna get me with the names. Tanya, what's your question, Tanya? Tanya said, thank you, Lola. What's your question, Tanya? I need the question again, please, just because it's too hard for me to go back up and stroll down. And I want to say thank you to everyone who is purchasing the AstroWave 2026. Powerful. I don't see Tanya's question. Oh, that's Miss M. Okay. I feel spiritually trapped. Ooh, spiritually trapped. That's an interesting word. We're just going to focus on the trapped. If you feel spiritually trapped, if you feel like you're trapped, then I want you to think about what part of yourself you're not honoring and where are you hiding? Because a trap, when something is trapped, something is hidden. So where are you not allowing yourself the opportunity to be free and express who you are? You know, when we say we're stuck, we feel trapped, these kinds of words, we're really speaking of an energetic pull. There is something that we are not acknowledging within ourselves, right? And so I want you to think about what are you not expressing in your life? And where is your joy? Because when you find what brings you authentic joy, and you do joy, you do whatever makes you happy. Like, I do this because it brings me joy. That's why I do this. And I will keep doing it and have been for over 2 decades because it brings me joy. Joy. And so this, Tanya, is what's happening with you. You have to find joy. You have to find joy. You feel trapped because you're playing small. You're kind of dumbing yourself down a little bit. And somewhere there's some self-doubt in there. And so I want you to get into some self-love practices and begin to start working with your self-love and, you know, begin to nurture yourself from that loving place and stay out of your mind. You know, take your hand, drop down to the lower half of your body, wiggle your toes, and ask your questions from that space. because you're not trapped. But it can feel like you're trapped when we're not doing what we love, when we're not expressing ourselves the way we want to express ourselves in the world. Put that thing out into the world. Stop being so worried about what other people will think about what you think and how you think and the way you feel about the way you feel. That's how you get out of feeling trapped, because the spirit cannot be trapped. It's about owning who you are. It's about using your voice chakra, speaking your truth authentically. And the first place I'm going to recommend that you start is you start telling yourself the truth. Because somewhere in there, you have denied yourself access to your own truth. And so that's a question to take within. Where am I not telling myself the truth? Where am I not being fully honest about who I am? Yeah. I'm excited for you. I'm excited because I got a feeling you're going to step out on that. 007. Ain't that 007? Double O and then the 7. Tanya, 007. There you go. Thank you. All right. So Miss M is next. Thank you for the question, Tanya. Yeah. I see Lola said they called somebody 3 hours ago. You guys better leave Lola alone. Lola said I called you 3 hours ago. Okay, I think Miss M is next. Let's see. Powerful. You're so welcome, Tanya. All right. Okay. Robbie. Am I saying the name right? Caribberry is next. I don't even see that name in the room. I don't know if they're still here, but hopefully they are. If not, Miss M is next. I know we have a little bit of a delay. I hope you all are enjoying this. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Also, hype this video up. I don't even know what that means, but I think you guys know what it means to hype something up. I also want to give a big shout out to BK Trainer for the super chat donation. Thank you, BK Trainer. And also to Gloria. Thank you for the super chat donation. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. Miss M, because no one is there. Miss M. Miss M. Miss M. Is that who's next? Lola? Is it 13 MJ 416? No, it's Miss M. I don't want to skip over anybody. Okay, well then What's your question? You, I can't even say the name. Can you write your question down? Hey, Holy Hemet. Good to see you. I'm waiting on Ka. I'm waiting on the question. Oh my goodness. Oh well, I'm new as well. Okay, Miss M, you're new. Okay, you guys, put your questions down. Beautiful love, AM. Yay, beautiful. Ooh. Where did you have to repost it again? Can you repost it again, Miss M? Can you repost it again? Okay. All right. Here we go. Whew, I had a dream that I had a rose tattooed on my T. Boyfriend's last name is Rose, and I was holding 2 pregnancy tests. Okay. I know I ask y'all to ask questions, more spiritual questions, fun questions. I know. I get it. Let's take a look. You had a dream that I had a rose tattooed on my. Your boyfriend's last name is Rose, and I was holding 2 pregnancy tests. Tattooed on your arm, and you were holding 2 pregnancy tests. Okay. All right. Okay. So here's the thing. Yes, I can see your question. So here's the thing. Number 1, their babies are in the air and twins are in the air. Twins are in the air and babies are in the air. You holding 2 pregnancy tests is an indication that there may be someone else pregnant at the same time that you're pregnant. And I know I'm picking up that this is where some of your questioning is coming in. Is your boyfriend sort of having some sort of, you are? Your boyfriend is having some sort of, maybe someone else could be pregnant at the same time as he's pregnant. I don't know if I'm getting that so much as you desperately want to hold on to your boyfriend. And there's a fear that because of some of the things that's been going on with you two in the last couple of months, that maybe you two won't be together. And so the tattoo itself symbolizes a memory. It symbolizes something in the past. So usually people get tattoos of things after they have occurred, i.e. you have a baby, or i.e. You moved on from the relationship. But I don't think that that's actually what I'm picking up. I'm picking up that this is really sort of your higher self wanting to solidify this relationship into something more solid, something more meaningful, something more committed. And so you having the tattoo symbolize that connection you have. But the second pregnancy test, there's still some sort of doubt that is also there. Some sort of doubt about whether or not this will turn out perhaps like the last relationship. And so there's some things for you to work out within yourself about trust. Trust not just in him, but how well you trust yourself. Because I see you too, and I do see that there is love there. But there's a lot of immaturity there when it comes to this relationship because it was built on a rather shaky start. And it was built on a lot of hard knock lessons. And some of that feeling is coming up at the same time. But I think this would be a great time that you sit down with your boyfriend and you really start to ask questions about what does this next level or this next phase in this relationship look like for the two of you going forward, to see if it's something that both of you are totally committed to. Or is this the part where you two decide that you want to go your separate ways, or you're ready to fully commit to each other? And I'm not just talking about him, I'm also talking about you. Because there are some insecurities coming up, but some of these insecurities are built on things from the past and not so much from his past, also from your past as well. Not just things you two have experienced together. So yeah. 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 So that's that's what I got from that. So there you go. All right. Thank you. Let's go to Miss M. Lots of dreams here. Miss M says, oops, let's cancel that. The anniversary of my birth is on Tuesday, November the 25th. Happy early born day to you. And you said, I will be turning 36, which equals a 9. And my life path number is a 9 as well. What advice do you have for me in this new season? Well, you've been in this season already for a few months. 9 is about universal love. And so this is the season you're really learning, Miss M, how to love yourself. Because of so many things, have happened over the last couple of months. So this is also about you finishing all of these projects and things you said you was going to do that you haven't got to, that you take care of it, that you finish these things, that you begin to start working on those things that definitely bring you joy. Because this is the cycle of closing out things, finishing up things, organizing things, putting things in together, working on things. You have a lot of new projects that you want to start. But first, you need to finish some of these things that you have put down and you haven't returned to. And some of them have been calling you like in a beautiful way. But this is the cycle for you. To learn about universal love, unconditional love, and starting with yourself. It is the cycle that you will start to fall deeply in love with you. But this is not new to you. You've been in this energy before. because there is great beginnings that will be starting for you. Things will end and start immediately. You might have noticed that some of your friendships and connections have kind of faded away a little bit, because this is the cycle that you've been growing in. This is a cycle of growth for you. And not just because of the numerology numbers. I mean, they play a significant part here, but this is a master reset for you. So you might have been organizing your home. You might have been getting rid of things out of your closet. And you might have been, got rid of your car in the last couple of months. You might be changing the work that you're doing in the world. You might have gotten a different position or job that you're in, or you're ready for a new advancement in things that you're doing. Often in this energy, people go into a state of wanting to advance. They want to do something different. They want to travel. They want to connect. They want to do different things. So it's a time of great change and a time of great expansion. And it's also a time that you get a chance to be introspective and go back and think about the things that you love and that really bring you joy, because you're closing out a 9-year cycle. And I want you to look back over the course of the 9 years and see how much you have grown and celebrate that. It is also the time to celebrate and be in gratitude of the things that you have accomplished and the things that you have done. Do not let a moment go by that you do not acknowledge the work that you have been putting in and the things that you have been doing. Because everything in your life that closes out, that you finish, that you end, it is an opportunity to walk into something brand new. And that's what you're feeling. You're feeling that energy. You might have changed your hair or the way you look, or you may want to change the way you dress. This is also that cycle where you start to think about things that you no longer need. And maybe you're in a donating state. This is kind of that humanitarian energy where you want to give and give things to people. You may have something you want to put out in the world and you want to share. Like, all of these things will start to come up for you. But I want you to learn how to listen to your intuition, because that number 9, it's powerful energy. If you look at 9, I want you to think of its creation energy at its fullest, because the circle will represent the womb or the egg, and the number curved down would represent the sperm. This is symbolic of the creation process, and this is where you go into what our ancestors called the waters of noon. And so this is in this darkness, and the darkness is not speaking to anything negative. It's about the darkness of you are internal. You may find yourself lost inside of your thoughts and your imagination because you're creating from the inside and you're soon to release on the outside. So an exciting time. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Miss M. And I want to go back to the question. Kaberi says, we've been great and very much committed. I love that. I'm just telling you, you never have to agree with what Ms.Blue says, but I want you to check that, because that is your unconscious coming up. And you may be ready for the next step, the next beautiful step. But it also shows your connection with him, of wanting this connection, right? Yeah. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I'm happy for you. It's a lot of love there. Thank you, revolutionary spiritual activists. Listen, we're going to get ready to get out of here because we are over 2 hours that I have been here. I hope you all had fun. even though I want you, how in God's name do I find joy? Oh my goodness. You said a mouthful with that one, Tanya. Find out what brings you joy, what makes you happy, what are some of the things you could do all day. Take a class in something you know nothing about. Take a class in something you know nothing about. Learn something new. Donate your time. Be of service to someone else, because that's where you find joy. Joy is inside of you, and then you listen to your body, the things that make you excited. Joy can be watching the sunrise. Joy can simply be watching your favorite movie or cooking your favorite dish. It doesn't matter what brings you joy. What brings you joy is not necessarily what you will be doing in the world, but this is what's going to put you into a higher state of consciousness and frequency. And everything that you want, it exists in that higher state of frequency. Most of us are having trouble getting to our next steps because our energy is too low. And this is the problem with most of humanity. We are so used to running our energy so low that we feel uncomfortable when things make us excited, when we get happy, when we are in a state of joy. We think something is wrong, or we have this fear thinking something bad must be getting ready to happen because I am so excited. And that simply is not true. There are powers that want you to be locked into fear, to feel that when you experience joy, that you are stealing or taking something from someone else, that you don't deserve to be happy. And that simply is a lie. You were born out of love. You were born out of joy from the source. And that is your birthright. So go get curious, explore. What makes you happy? Figure it out. If you don't know, that is amazing. Because maybe what made you happy a couple of years ago no longer make you happy, right? What brought you joy may not bring you joy. Find something that brings you joy. When I'm sitting here and I'm smelling this cocoa sunset, it brings me joy. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. This is one of the things that my guides and my teachers have taught me for many, many years. That when we start getting into the esoteric and the occult, most people miss it. They overcomplicate it with the mind. And this is why the mind is so stressed out on the planet, because we overthink and we overprocess, and we are running our minds in the ground. And it's not designed for you to be in your mind. Your intuition. Use your curiosity, your imagination. Get out of your mind. Your spirit just doesn't live in your mind. It lives in your entire body. So drop down. Feel what it feels like to hang out in your knees or your elbows or your fingers for a day. Give your mind a break. Give it a rest. This is why mental disturbance is so heavy on the planet, because we do too much with our minds. And we have to give it a break. The mind is only good for things that are in the present. I gotta put 2 cups of water in the pot. I have to pay my bills on the 1st. How much money do I have in my wallet? I have to fold the clothes left and right, left and right. That's what the mind is good for. I have to push this button to open the door. That's the mind's job. When you start saying, what's my purpose in the world? The mind can't answer that. And when the mind can't answer, the mind starts to go to fear, because there's a large part of the mind that is drenched in fear. And it's not your fault. We were programmed that way. To be in fear is what kept humanity in order, in line. It put humanity into these spots where people were blindly following, blindly doing things, unconsciously doing things to hurt themselves. The world is waking up. We're all waking up. And now we're learning a different way of being, staying in an elevated high frequency, understanding that we are a co-creator. At any given moment, you can tell your reality, stop. Just like that. Stop. I am now creating this. And then you elevate your frequency and you walk into that. You walk into that space. And you know that space will come to be because your words will not go or fall void. They will create what you think, what you feel, what you say, what you don't say, how you move and how you don't move. It is all opening and creating possibilities and pathways for you. And so when your mind gets you stuck into a place or you feel like you're caught in a loop, I want you to become curious and I want you to imagine. But what if, imagine if I do get that house? I'm just curious, maybe it can happen a different way. How about that? How about getting curious about your life, the life that you are creating, the life that you are building? You are powerful. You are powerful, and you are filled with love. Don't let anyone convince you of anything different. You are not clueless in this world. You are creating this world. You are a co-creator. We are all created. Every single person here, we have co-created this moment or it would not happen. You would not be here if you did not co-create this moment. And so I want you to start thinking about that. Every thought, every feeling, every emotion, said or unsaid, you are sending it out to be reflected back to you. Do you think you would send out something different? Do you think you would get a little bit more curious? If you knew that you were limitless, love that. Do you think you would move a little different? Do you think you would respond a little different? This whole week, and even getting into some parts of next month, it's going to be a pull to try to put you back into victim mode. But I want you to know that you're past being a victim. You ain't a victim. You're a creator. You are a creator. You are a co-creator with Source. And that's what makes you so powerful. Because when you're co-creating, that means you have a say on what's getting ready to happen. You have a say. You're not a bystander. Life is not just happening to you. You are co-creating. Imagine if I say, this is your restaurant, and here is the menu, and I have you and the other creator there, and I hand you that menu, and you look at it as one of the co-creators, and you're going to say, oh, I love this. Let's change that. Let's change that, and add this, add that. Nope, we're going to take that off the menu. And there you go. Here is the new menu. They're going to say, thank you. So this is what you want to put on the menu? Yes, this is what I want on the menu. You get a say. But if you don't say, then someone else will take your power. So take your power back. And before you go to sleep, before you wake up, or whenever this message lands, I want you to create and start with your day. Start with something small. I want you to create the day, the perfect day in your life. Write it out. Write it out like you're writing out your menu. And then I want you to embody it. I want you to embody every single step on that menu that you are writing. And I want you to live it. I want you to live it because you are a co-creator and no one's going to tell you different. There will be no denials in a co-creator. You're not going to come back and tell me, Ms.Blue, you can't change the menu. Of course I can. I'm the co-creator. Are you kidding me? You don't know who I am? Of course I can change this menu. In fact, I'm the one who ordered the first menu. And here's something very powerful. And I learned this early on my spiritual journey. You have to be able to give yourself permission to change your mind. And I think sometimes we've been taught that you can't change your mind. You said you wanted this. Here you go. Oh no. You can change your life at any given moment. And that moment is now. You can change your life right now, any given moment. And give yourself permission to change your life and to change your mind. You can wake up tomorrow and say, you know what? I thought this is what I wanted. But this is not actually going the way I think it is. I changed my mind. I want a life that's filled with joy. I want to do something that sets my soul on fire. I want to be of service. I want to help people. I want to love myself. I want to know what that feels like. And guess what? Just like you were getting all those other signs that you couldn't decode and you didn't understand what it means, you're going to start getting signs for what you just put out. But you don't have to take my word for it because we are practitioners here. I want you to try it out. And then I want you to come back and tell me how that little experiment worked. That you decided that you were going to be intentional. You were, as we say here, you were going to be careful with you. This is a part of the work I've been teaching for more than 2 decades. So if you're not new here, you already know this. But if you're new here, I want you to try that. And if you haven't tried it in a while, I want you to try it again. I want you to do it. And I'm not talking about being totally delusional because you have to do your work. That means when the signs come, when the things come, you have to move on them. You have to do that action. And you have to be connected with you enough to know what you must stop doing in your life in order to have what you want. Where are you being distracted? Don't stroll. Where are you being distracted? Where are you wasting your time? Because that's a part of it. It's not, I'm just going to say it and it's going to be, no, where are you wasting your time? And I want you to be intentional and careful with you because you are precious. You are magnificent. You are a part of the light bringers on the planet. And you are stepping into that role. Because to whom much is given, much is required, not of the world, of yourself. So let's do some accountability to what we say we want. You want joy? How bad you want it? Are you willing to get curious? Are you willing to figure out what makes you happy? Spend some time exploring things that maybe you haven't tried. And who knows, maybe it will put a smile on your face. Mm-hmm. 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 It'll put a smile on your face. So Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As we wrap this up, I want you to know if your question showed up in the space tonight, it's because you've already stepped into that next level, whatever the question was. I want you to trust what you feel. And I want you to honor what is rising inside of you. No, you're not behind. You're not late. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You're not late. And if this reached you, whatever that is that's swirling, it's already moved. It's already shifted. This week is a week that requires us to be curious and to move with frequency. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Move with frequency. Move with frequency because, baby, listen, you're up next. You really are up next. And that is a collective saying that I have for all of us this week. You are up next. I love you. Let's have an amazing week. And if you're still here at the end, when we get to the very end here, if you're still here, let's see what we're going to, I want you to comment with the star emoji. And I also want you to let me know if you're going to, take this challenge this week and, create your life with intention. With intention. And then you're going to come back and you're going to share with us. You're going to share with us what that looks like, what that feels like for you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 I like it. I like it. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I absolutely love each one of you. I want to say thank you to everyone for being here. I didn't get to all the questions, but if you put your questions in the comments,
welcome to the flow.
I will get to them there.
This
Peace
is
and
all
love,
about
Soul Family.
frequency.
I love you all
With
so
Ms.Blue,
much. Peace and love,
The
child.
Soulful Oracle.
It's all about frequency. Hey, Shanice. Oh, so good to see you.
She speaks in rhythm, she moves in light, dropping jewels of the spirit in the day and night. Ms.Blue with a message, a voice so true. Every code she delivers is a gift for you. It's all about frequency. Ms.Blue is the key, the music is the portal, the path to be free. Ooh, we rise, higher we climb, guided by the oracle, in rhythm, in time. Yeah. The frequency's clear, the soul shines through. Say it with me. I can alter my course at any time. Yeah. You're tuned in with Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. This is all about frequency.
we're out of here. Peace and love, soul family. Peace and love. Ciao.